We are here today to share with you our public transportation nightmare story.
We have a lot.
We live in Chicago, and so we rely on public transportation.
Quite a bit.
But there's one story that must be told. It was the bus incident. Sarah and I were coming back from going to see a movie with a couple of our friends.
Just casual, not even that late at night.
No, it's probably about like 10, which isn't really that late here
Mm-mm.
in the grand scheme of things.
Not for public transport. Nope.
So we decided we're going to take the bus home. And
Goes right to her apartment. It's
yeah, so it seems like the logical choice.
Mhm.
But then things got weird.
Real weird.
First thing we notice when we get on this bus is that it's full, first of all.
And it smells like pee.
Oh, awful. So we end up sitting down, like, smushed between strangers, and it's just awkward. But then we look across the aisle and notice the woman. So we look across the aisle and we notice this lady, and she was sleeping, like so. Or at least we thought she was sleeping. And this is where the story starts to get even weirder. And this woman who appears to be sleeping, the bus takes a sharp corner, and some guy just falls onto this woman. Like, full on. Like, whole front of his body on her body. She didn't move. Yeah, we began to then suspect whether she was alive or dead.
Comatose at the very least.
We came to the conclusion that she was likely dead, but then because we're socially awkward, we couldn't decide whether to tell the bus driver that there was a dead woman on the bus or not. And then,
Sketchy as fuck.
my personal favorite, we get on the bus after a movie, and we're taking it back to my apartment, and we notice the man. There's a man sitting in front of us on the bus who was wearing a sock on his left hand.
It also looked like he had wet himself.
Right, but that's minor compared to the rest of this story. He had a sock on his left hand, and in his right hand, he had a plastic pig. He was making the sock talk to the plastic pig. And you might say right now, Amanda, that's pretty creepy and pretty weird. No, it gets weirder.
He was trying to light a small lotion bottle on fire, periodically trying to eat the contents of the bottle.
He was eating lotion.
And then he would try to burn the bottle.
Meanwhile, he's still continuing his conversation with Mr. Sock over here and kissing the plastic pig in between trying to eat lotion. What the... I can't even. I don't even know.
What the tits?
Exactly. What the tits is the only proper response.
Why are you out in public right now?
Anyway, there's some of our public transportation nightmare stories. We just felt compelled to send some of them in reply because public transportation is cray-cray.
I've fallen more times than I can count to strangers.
That too.
Onto their laps.
I'm also, someday, I am going to die because I'm going to get decapitated by train doors. That's our stories about Chicago public transit.
Hope you liked it.
Not that different from London public transit.
Bad news everywhere.
It's bad everywhere in the world, unfortunately.